First and foremost, because it hides in the backdrop, I want to call your attention to a mountain that rises extremely high and very steep in the backdrop. Now, within the tarot cards, it is well known that the mountains represent evolution, elevating, climbing high within your goals, reaching all-time heights. But it also means a lot of times obstacles, things that stand in your way, and doesn't lay out a realm of impossibility, but does lay out the idea that it will be extremely complicated or hard for you to reach your goals, especially in this particular card, because your castle, your dreams rest on the very top, represented by the castle. The castle, within symbology, a lot of times represent riches, fortune, goals, particularly within the tarot cards. Okay, your home or your haven of refuge, your place of prosperity or peace. What you might want to acquire is basically what it's saying. It rests very high on the top of a mountain. And in this card, that would mean that you're going to have to go through some turmoil, some tribulations, some tests to get that which you really want. Especially when you think of the idea that you are on the other side of a wall of swords. The swords, all in a straight row throughout the tarot cards, always represent imprisonment or self-imprisonment. So now you have another obstacle or another goal to get through. And then let's think about the fact that you're tied and bound, and then furthermore blindfolded. You have a crap load of obstacles to get through. That's what this card is trying to say. It means that you've got a lot of turmoils and tribulations to go through before you reach your goals. And there are 3 signs at least that specify this. And they may not only be physical goals or what you may see on the outside, but maybe internally also. Look at the stream of water. It's all broken up, but there is a stream of water that runs from in front of you down to behind you and meets with a larger body of water in the backdrop. Now, the larger body of water, as I've told you before, in the tarot cards, as well as in any symbols for that matter, represent the reservoir of cosmic mind stuff, which means a mass amount of mental and spiritual knowledges and wisdoms that are within you and can be brought out, tapped into, or used for whatever purpose. However, you're kind of turned away from that, going in the wrong direction when you're looking at the fact that you're heading in toward the opposite end of the stream of water, not the part that meets in the back where the larger body of water connects. So you need to turn yourself around in order to tap into those things that are inside of you that are yet to be used, or that can be used, but you're not doing so for whatever reason. Okay? So being very in tune with yourself is not where you're at with this card. The swords within the tarot cards represent logic, knowledges, and wisdoms. They're an air symbol within the tarot cards, although within spirituality they may be more of a fire symbol. Okay? But knowledge, logic, and wisdom is what's wanted here, but the swords pointing downward means that you're not acquiring it or you're not using it. So you need to tap into that part of yourself. You need to step back and you need to think about things thoroughly before you make any move. Otherwise, you are really going to screw yourself up. You're going to keep going in the wrong direction and you're not going to acquire your goal. It says here it's still possible, but you have a lot of turmoils to get through before you'll make it. This card can reach into love or business or family relationships, any other part of life, just as any other card would. There is a lot to do with sexuality here, which tells me that you need to slow down and take your time sexually, otherwise you're going to find yourself into a heap of trouble. That could mean pregnancy, or it could mean communicable diseases. It could mean any number of troubles sexually. In work, it means you're going to get in trouble with a boss or with another employee that will downgrade you on the job, or make it to where you're not seen by other people as positive for the company. And then you're going to have a lot to conquest over before you win favor again. It says blindfolding yourself to truth or reality, or being lied to by another. Not being able to make good judgment calls or good decisions based around your disknowledge on a subject. You need to make yourself informed. Alright? Even if it is because somebody's lying to you, you need to get to the bottom of what it is so that you can fix whatever it is that's broken. Or perhaps you can help the other party impart to your relationship fix from their side what's broken. Anyway, so there you have it within this card. It says basically you have a lot to overcome. You need to think a lot deeper before you act on anything. It says that you're keeping yourself confused because you don't want to see the truth a lot of times, and that you really need to pull off that blindfold and face reality so that you can release yourself from your own prison that you've built up for yourself. And generally with this card, it would be self-imposed imprisonment. Alright? Now, the reservoir of cosmic mind stuff, the pond of water in the backdrop, or whatever it is, the large body of water, the stream that runs from in front of you to back behind you, it's all broken up. And it would mean that you're not tapping into your spirituality as much as you possibly could. And so you may only be getting trickling parts of information which would otherwise be great. If you are psychic, or the person you're reading for is psychic, they are only flying at half mast because they're halting themselves. They're laying out boundaries for themselves. They're not having enough faith in themselves, or they're not seeing the true fruit of their gifts, what it could do for them. And so it's advised that they seek that out, especially when other cards within the spread are indicating that the person has a great depth of psychism. And that would be shown a lot by the High Priestess card, or by the Queen of Cups. And there are other few cards that you could find in there that would give this. The Hermit, the Hierophant, those are all good psychic evolutional cards. Okay? And that's in the upright position. Now in the upside down position, it would mean a release from prohibition, a release from stagnation, movement, although sometimes it could be in the wrong direction. Be cautious. It says that the subject of the reading may be able to move now again, although they still need to master their own animal passions, so that it will not get them into trouble, or so that they could get better within that which is really wanted. It does still show that they are still halting themselves psychically and still need to tap into that better, direct their focus better so that they could amp that up a bit, make it better for themselves so that they could be of help to their clients or to themselves, their family, or whoever they're using their gifts to help. It shows the mountain being kind of taken away. So obstacles being removed slowly but surely. Anyway, so basically, just really reach into yourself, get in touch, regardless of whether it's in the upright or upside down position. Get in touch with your own emotion, your own thoughts on things that are going on with you, and perhaps take things one step at a time. As far as any of the problems that are going on with you that this may be referring to, take them one by one. Like in the earlier cards that I've talked about in the Suit of Swords. take your problems one at a time so you can quit clouding yourself, because that's very, very important. When you're thinking of everything in such a mass level, when there's so much around you that's causing you problems, then it's hard to see the forest for the trees. It is hard for you to really see what you need to do when you're thinking of all of it, because you're too clouded. So take your time and you'll be all right. This does not prohibit you. It does not say you will not reach your goals. It just says basically you need to remove your mountains. You need to start taking it a little at a time. And if you are lying to yourself, if somebody is lying to you, you need to get to the bottom of that. Otherwise, you're never going to solve your issues. Alright? This has been Lady Leeanna with another edition of Tarot Card Lessons Made Easy. And I really hope that this has been of a great help to you. Take care of yourself and brightest blessings.